Dragging a manual pump down to the water is probably the fastest way to ruin a perfectly good morning on the lake. It is exhausting, it takes forever, and by the time the board is actually firm, the arms are already jelly. That is where this little red box comes in. It is one of those gadgets that makes you wonder why anyone still bothers with the old-school hand pumps. Right out of the box, it feels surprisingly solid. It is not exactly feather-light, but at just over 3 pounds, it is compact enough to toss into a gear bag without feeling like a burden. The build quality is decent, though the plastic casing does have that typical utilitarian vibe you see with these kinds of outdoor tools. What really catches the eye is the dual light setup. It sounds like a bit of a gimmick until you are trying to pack up your gear as the sun dips below the horizon. Having that extra visibility is a genuinely thoughtful touch that most manufacturers just ignore. Now, the real test is how it handles the actual inflation. It uses a 3-stage system, which is smart because it starts with a high-volume burst to get the shape of the board up quickly, then switches to that high-pressure mode to get it rock hard. It hits 12 psi in about 8.5 minutes, which is honestly a nice chunk of time to just stand there and prep the rest of the gear. The digital display is bright and easy to read, even in direct sunlight, and the automatic shutoff is a lifesaver. You just set the number, hit the button, and walk away. No more hovering over the gauge, praying you do not overinflate the thing. The cooling system is another highlight. It is surprisingly quiet for what it does, and even after running it through a few boards back-to-back, it does not get alarmingly hot. That 12,000 mAh battery is the real workhorse here. It is enough to get through a full day of paddling without needing to hunt for a car outlet, though it is nice to know the 12V DC option is there as a backup if you forget to charge it. If there is a downside, it is the noise. It is not deafening, but it definitely has that high-pitched whine that lets everyone at the boat ramp know exactly what is happening. Also, the hose connection feels a little stiff at first, so you might need to give it a firm twist to make sure it is seated properly. But honestly, for the convenience of not having to sweat through a workout before even touching the water, this thing is a solid piece of kit. It does exactly what it promises. It is reliable, and it saves a lot of frustration. If you spend any amount of time on a board, it is hard to argue against having one of these in the trunk.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.